So I'm going to do a tarot and oracle message for today. If you feel my vibe, please hit subscribe. I'm just waiting here a minute. Let's see, I haven't used these in a while. Let me see what these say. Trying to see the cards. Trying to see the cards that I need. Let's see. We'll use these. And I make my own tarot and oracle cards. I'll use some of those as well. I'll use some of those as well, okay? We'll use these in a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to get to it and you all can rewind it in a minute, okay? I don't know if I'm going to use those. I'm going to use these, I think. So what is it? It says, Arwen, master of the great hunt, authority, the hunt, and natural balance. So Arwen, so natural balance is taking place at this moment. So you've mastered a certain part of yourself, and this is about taking authority to do this challenge, whatever it is. That's what you're doing at this moment, okay? So let's see what else it says. It says Morgan Le Fay, the Witch of Ages. It says atonement, growth, deceit. So you're going to find out. So something is being naturally balanced out at this moment. There was some witch, you know, in Morgan Le Fay, you can study up on who that witch is. But this is about taking atonement, you know, for your own sins. Everybody walking the planet of Earth sins, but I think somebody had lied, and they're going to have to take the authority to atone for this sin. It was somebody who was hunting you out. They might have been saying that you was a witch or something, but whoever this is, natural balance is going to come about, okay? Hello, I can't see what's going on, but I appreciate each and every one of you all, whoever you are, okay? I feel better. I don't know if my collective know, but I fell off the back of a four-wheeler and it had hurt my lungs, and I've been having a problem breathing, and not to mention we had to lay someone to rest too. And then it says Hades, Lord of Riches, equanimity, wisdom, and inevitability. So your wisdom, this wisdom that you have, somebody been hunting you out just for your wisdom. And this person, they must have received a lot of growth from something that you was teaching them, but it's inevitable for this person. They'll still have to face their own self for whatever that it was. They was hunting you out for some reason. I don't know what it's talking about. Okay, but we'll just keep going. Let me use these. I ain't used these in a while, okay? Let's see what it says, okay? I might use some of mine as well in a minute, okay? I might use some of mine as well in a minute. So, what is it? So, what is this about? Oh, hang on a minute. On the table. Time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Ask for a raise, a promotion, or a step up. So, maybe your wisdom, you saw a lot of growth, and now you're going to have to lay your demands on the table, okay? Maybe there's somebody who's going to step up and help you with that. Okay, I don't know what it's talking about, but I think that's what it's saying. So let's keep going. What is this about? Spirit, we thank you for everything and appreciate you very much. Flexibility. You'll need to see in the dark to maneuver these coming changes. While it seems extreme, just hang in there. This too shall pass. So on the table, you got to learn to be flexible, okay? And there's something in the dark that you're going to have to learn how to maneuver. Only you can. It doesn't matter if somebody helps you. You're going to have to figure out how to do it. Reflection. Take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. Boy, it's true. You know, it's so on the table is you're flexible and you're figuring out what it is that you're wanting to do, okay, at this moment. So I'm going to get more in depth with tarot and see what it's talking about, okay? I believe I'll use these. They come out pretty good. I like using these scary ones when it's not that far from Halloween. I like using them cards, okay? They're pretty creepy and funny. I like them, okay? So I hope y'all doing wonderful and having a great day. I appreciate y'all. So it says, let's see what it says. I feel better now, like I said. So let's see what, oh, it says 3 of Swords and 5 of Cups and the Lovers. So I don't know if some of you all have been feeling lost and heartbroken over somebody that you loved. Maybe somebody left you feeling depressed or something at this moment, and Spirit's asking you to not dwell on that. Don't dwell on that. Dwell on what you do have. You know, that 5 of Cups, they're always worried about what they lost. Who cares? Worry about what your future is. That's what Spirit's wanting you to worry about, okay? So, in the past, I guess somebody hunted you out, and that's why things are being naturally balanced. Somebody was trying to hurt you. Maybe because they lost somebody that they loved and they was trying to hurt you in the process. Well, they're just a big clown. Look, I like that Joker clown, ain't it funny? So look, whoever you are, your wisdom is golden, and they know it. And the Sun, that also represents paternal father figure as well. Okay, happiness, things like that. So maybe somebody was trying to hurt you. Somebody wanted to break your heart or make you feel that loss, and you don't. Don't let it drag you down, okay? Oh, and it says justice, look, because you're going to receive divine justice. 4, I guess, see where it says on the table? So I guess you might have had enemies that came and sat at your table, and they didn't try to help you. And by them choosing to play their cards that way and them go against you, you're going to receive your justice for everything you had to endure. So somebody has to atone for something they did with your growth. Look, hang on, Emperor flipped over. Oh no, a bunch flipped, I think. It said Queen of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Emperor. Queen of Cups. So your intuition has been pulling on you. Look, and that's like somebody that bows down to Baphomet. See that thing? And I got cards over there that teaches about that stuff. About how the elite will bow down and they will actually sacrifice animals, goats. They'll sacrifice whatever just so they can make profit. And I don't agree with shit like that, but somebody lied to you about some money, but justice is pulling out. So somebody might have just tried to break your heart because something that you was creating made them upset. So then they thought, well, we'll just jab you. We'll try to get you just tore down. Well, it didn't work, okay? And look, it looks like you're creating something amazing. Emperor and Empress is all kings and all queens in the deck. Okay? So you might have a leader out here who is wanting to take action to help you figure something out about this situation, okay? And it could be somebody's feeling lost over an emperor figure in their life. And then we got Knight of Swords. Somebody's perched up. Every time I see this, it looks like this creature is perched up high looking, and I don't know if it's a vampire creature. I don't know. It's got like horns on it. and then right here, look. Maybe you're going to find out somebody has been giving love to somebody else, and you're going to find out who that devil individual is. I don't know what it's talking about. I don't know, but somebody is trying to mess with. This also means communication and journal. Somebody might have written something in a journal. Or you're going to find something where they had written to this person that they used to love. You're going to find something that said, oh, and then it says Page of Swords. Page of Swords, yes. So whoever you are, you're balanced and you're successful and you're happy. And whatever job you do, you're great at communicating. But that man, his lips is his lips tied up, it looks like? I think it is. You can't really see it, but I think it's like this man's like, wanting to say something but can't. I don't know what that means. Some witch might have put a spell on them to where they can't never speak with you or something. I don't know. It's like they got a spell on them. I don't know what it's talking about. Oh, and then we got the Star. And this person, whoever has been maybe looking at, what is that crap called? If they don't know how to close out these, what is that called? What in the hell is them damn things? You know what in the hell this is. A Ouija or Ouija board. If they don't know how to close out that cycle, then they let demonic presences run around in their energy. I wouldn't advise anybody to use that. When you're trying to figure out something, I would advise you to get counsel from somebody that you know would tell you the truth. Okay? But you're going to receive justice. Justice on the table is justice for you, Star. And everything done in the dark always comes to light. Okay? Everything done in the dark always comes to light. And you've healed. You've healed yourself and others. Okay? Yeah, Ouija board. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called. But then we have, what it say? It said, Knight of Wands and the Tower. So look. Somebody didn't see how at Knight of Wands this mummy has this thing around its head. That reminds me of the Hanged Man, even though it ain't. But illumination of your crown. So somebody was trying to throw like towers towards you. But your crown picks up on this, and you know how to protect yourself before it ever happens. And the tower, there's lots of people don't realize that the tower, see that lightning? See how that lightning strikes? That belongs to Uranus. Anything to do with the weather, the skies, the heaven, stars, hey, that's all Uranus. That's the planet where Aquarius comes from. Aquarius has two people, though, to deal with. You have Saturn, which is structure, stability, and truth. And then you have, and your goals, things that you work on all the time, you know. And then Uranus is like that eccentric, inventive, clarity. So after the Tower, clarity. See that man's head? That's what it's talking about. So your intuition has been trying to warn you that there's somebody It might be somebody's emperor is trying to stab you real good in the heart. And as above, so below, whoever's been doing that to me, or whoever's I know they ain't doing it to me, but whoever they've been doing this to, that's listening to this, you don't have nothing to worry about. Because if you know how to protect your energy, it won't never happen to you. It'll always bounce off and go back to them, and you'll realize this one day, okay? You will. You'll realize it one day. So that tower, there was a tower that might have just happened, and it was trying to throw you off balance, but it didn't. It didn't, you know. And it's going to be heartbreaking whenever you find out who was doing this to you. It's going to really break your heart when you find out who might have been doing this to you. Let me see what this says. I appreciate you all. Maybe I need to, letters. I come up with letters for the collective almost 4 years ago. I did. Now there's many people doing it now because of me. And see, I know that. My readings go back farther and prove it. So them witches can't say they thought of it when I did. Let's see what it says. It might say something, or it might tell that person's name it's trying to hurt you, or it might tell your name so you'll understand. Nah, sister. Let's say nah. NH. Oh, hell no, it said. Oh, hell no. Bobby, like I said, I'm just joking, collective. Nay, like a horse, nay. Near. Well, your spirit team is near to her. It said in her. In her? What? What is in her? Spirit, what is in her? What? X. Somebody tried to hex you, and you're like, next. Yep. Double hex. Look at that, double. Somebody tried to X you. It's an X. It's an X of yours that tried to hex you. And J, it says. RJ or Junior. If you can get anything else out of it, then you'll know, okay? So in her XX J, I don't know what it's talking about, okay? But I'm not going to keep pulling out letters. I'll pull out 2 more, and that's all I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do. Then I'll do my oracle and see what it says. V. IV. IV, that would be the 4th. If that makes sense to y'all, it could be somebody who's a junior. Like the 4th. Like, men, if they have sons, they'll name it the same name 4 times. Somebody out here, I don't know what it's talking about, but that's what it said, okay? So it says win, W-I-N. Win her, H-E-R. So somebody put a hex, maybe, so somebody couldn't win your love if you're a her. I don't know what it's talking about, okay? Pin. I don't know if they pin. And the pin is linked to air. Okay? When you do a spiritual practice like this, the truth is air, and the pen belongs to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know that, right? So I don't know, but let's see if mine says anything, okay? Let's see if mine says. Now we'll just go with this. I'm going to put these up so it don't get in the way, okay, collective? And then I'll just do this. I don't want it to mix with that energy, because this second part might be better, you know what I'm saying? So let me move all this so it don't interfere with whatever is next is trying to tell us, okay? Alright. And before you can heal, that tower is always before you'll be able to heal. You know that, right? It is. Okay. Okay. Now this might be some, I don't know if this makes sense, but we'll see what this says. Hang on. This is people. This is people, and it's got a few quotes in it and stuff like that. Maybe you're all dealing with some uncle in prison. I don't know what it's talking about. I have no clue. What is uncle going to prison? Empath. So you can feel. An empath can feel everything that they're trying to do to you. You feel it first. That's a good thing about empaths. I like being a medium. I got so many gifts. I always see, feel, hear it before it ever happens. Thanks for that, spirit team. Look, I don't know, but it said, somebody loves the way that you pick up things, and they know that it would never be the same again when you enter their life, I guess. And it says, when you see a red bird, know that a passed over loved one's trying to give you a message. Pay attention to what time that you see a butterfly or a red bird. And when you see it, whatever time that is, you can look that up and see what that angel number means, and you'll see what that dead person was trying to tell you. So there is a dead person that's trying to get you to pay attention to this message that I'm getting ready to reveal, okay? That's what it's saying through my oracle. And my oracle is very powerful. And I've seen many people take from my oracle cards that I didn't sell to people, and then they make money and profit off of it. And I forgive you for that, and now God will repay me for everything that I've had to endure, me and you, okay? Good. And a businessman or woman, make sure they ain't trying to sell you some snake oil, though. So there's somebody that's coming in my energy. I know what it's saying. Let's just keep going. Let me do this now. Let me use mine and see what Spirit wants us to know. What is it, Spirit? Look, our Caesar. Look at that. Planet of the Apes, like Caesar. Monkey see, monkey do. Look, just what I was saying. See, you know how many monkeys will see something that you're doing and then they think they can do it better? Oh, they'll profit for a little while. But if they never tried to help you, and that's how they've made money this whole time, is off your brain, they are going to get punished for that. So, because you forgive them. That's how that happens. If you don't forgive them, then it'll just keep happening. Now it's going to happen to them, okay? So monkey see, monkey do. Many people will try to do what you're doing. They'll try to just take your business over and just write everything down that you've been doing, and you see it, and you just have to go, it ain't bothering me. Happy, just stay happy today. Oh, happy day when Spirit washed. He washed those demons' energy out of our mind. And then we said, hey, look, we ain't blind. We see you try to steal her happy away. But Spirit said, hell no, not today. So look, just keep being happy. Look, just keep being happy. That's all that matters, okay? And look, don't let the dark creep into your present. See, they've got somebody right now they're sitting back, especially if you do lives like I'm doing, they'll sit back and go, I wish, blah, 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 and always bad to happen, and they didn't realize when they do that to a light worker that's balanced in their dark and their light, they didn't realize when they do that, they receive big karma punishment. Usually hits them in the pockets, and it goes a little bit deeper now, but I'm not getting into it. My collective knows. So we're not letting that happen. They've been sending sending out this evil eye, not like that evil eye. Evil eye's for protection, but evil eye like that. Because you're gifted and beautiful, and they're trapped in their past and they can't move forwards. They don't know how because they're still hanging on to shit that they were supposed to let go of. That's why they're trying to make you feel like, that's why they're trying to bring you down, and it's not working. It's not working, okay? So let's keep going. You might have saw some monkeys today. You might have went to a zoo. I don't know, collective, but you ought to see my new cards I've been making, and I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them copyrighted, and then I'm gonna sell them to everybody, because I've got like 3,500 cards that I made by my hands. Twin ray, and a twin ray, that's like that's star seeds, basically Aquarians. Aquariuses are star seeds, and you're from ascended worlds, and you're very rare, highly sensitive, empathetic spirits. And you have spiritual goals, and you help heal others and humanity. So look, you've truly been empathetic with all these people, and they was trying to tell people that you're trying to sell snake oil to individuals, but no, you're not. No, you're not. You actually try to help these people with all these dark thoughts to try to figure out. You're never going to prevail if you keep thinking that way. Nothing ever good will come if they do that. And I'm telling you the truth, collective. It's not a lie. New people, I'm telling you the truth. Look, arise to the challenge. So you keep every challenge that's thrown at you, you keep prevailing. And whoever these monkeys is that was watching you, some of you, well, I ain't getting into it. Let's keep that in the past. It's funny how twin rays look. Wait a minute. Where'd that one go? One went way over here. Hang on, let me get it. See what it says. Collective. Wait just a minute. Oh, it says catchphrase. You can do it. So you've came up with a lot of funny catchphrases, and you know you can do this. And this person that's passed over that you might have still haven't healed from, they're trying to tell you, keep going, because we know that you have a very rare, special gift that can help heal many people out here. You make people laugh by maybe something that you're creating, because you're a part of the 144,000. You're a number 9. I'm a number 9. My mother's a number 9. Number 9s, you're like a cat that has 9 lives. You're on your final life and can ascend up to heaven. You and your twin. It said twin ray. I made that. I come up with that poem, not AI. What these monkeys sees, and they do everything that they're trying to recreate everything you're doing. What they didn't realize is they're still stuck, and they need your brain to help them get through this next challenge, because they was stealing it from you. Well, that ain't going to work without you. You got to help me. All of them's got to help me. They know that. Because number 9s, we're here for humanity. If you're a number 9, you best like and you best subscribe, because we are in every single number. We are. Number 9s. You're in every freaking number. You didn't know that? Why didn't you realize that 369 is powerful? And I know who I am. All my numbers, my life path is 9. 369 is me. That's how I'm a natural manifester. And you'll know if you know how to manifest when you're thinking of something and you say, Spirit, like, I need that to happen, and then it does. That's how you know it. You're a natural manifester. And that's why they've been pulling all that good luck away from you. And me. They do it to us all the time. But look, heart palpitations. So look, somebody, one of these, it might be somebody's twin out here, twin ray. They have heart palpitations. Every day they see you, you make them so happy. And their heart's like, da 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 da. They just love you so much. But now look, young people, just a sad clown trying to tire you down. I come up with that quote. Did you hear other people doing this? Well, you know, that's how you know they chose me to steal from. That's how you know that. 4 years. My cards can go back and prove it. All right, so these dark, the people that's trapped in darkness, they don't never try to do anything new to lighten the mood. They don't know how to do that. That's why their clown asses tries to tire you down. It is. That's why they try to tire you down. But see, chosen ones, you'll have people come after you and betray you, and then God reveals all this to you, and then you get redeemed. That's the best thing. Laugh about that. Say, look, clown, every time that you choose me to say, oh, I'm going to steal every catchphrase that you created, every time you do it, you're going to have to end up with another narcissist in your life, and you're going to realize that you ain't going to be able to banish them spells of that narcissist, because narcissists will steal. Narcissists will steal, they will kill, they will destroy anything you're doing. And they're marked with Cain blood. If you see somebody that has that on them tattooed, they know they got the mark of Cain blood, okay? But now, like I said, when you're spiritual, most of the time, lots of us, we was raised in church, so I know about this. But I'm spiritual now. But I mean, I know how to pray, and I know how to keep myself safe, because I've been doing this a while, okay? So let's keep going. So you are the chosen one, whoever you are listening to me. And you keep moving towards your future, and you don't let these clowns, these sad-ass individuals, try to get your heart, you know, like narcissists will try to do these arguments and fights and get you fighting, but when you leave that shit in the past, they can't do that anymore. So you feel really connected to somebody because you have known each other before. So there is a twin ray for one of you all that's been listening to me, and you appreciate what I'm doing. You have a twin ray out here, and every time they see you, you say something real catchy, and they love it. And you have taught them who was coming after and betraying them by something that you said to them, made them see that. I don't know what it's talking about, but that's what it said. Oh, look, offshore bank account. Look, covert narcissist has been what? Stealing money and putting into an offshore bank account? Well, that sad-ass clown, when you are chose, you see how chose you are. Because God will save you from things that was meant to harm you. And they ain't nobody out here that can make anybody understand that unless you've been through it. And I'm telling you right now, somebody's trying to put money into an offshore bank account. They might have stole it from you somehow. Okay? So the mark of Cain. Cain blood is over in them what? In them Swiss accounts. So Cain blood from the Bible is linked to what? Royalty? Because the royalty, Europe, the queen and kings, they all know that they got that Cain blood, it said. They all know it. Okay? That's what it said. Let's keep going. So somebody's trying to steal money, some damn narcissist. Look, crop circle. Well, where did crop circles first start showing up, collective? Ain't not one spiritual person made this. So don't you come looking at what I'm doing and then try to steal it. Crop circle. Where's them at? Where was they first saw? In England. So look, whoever it is, they have English blood. I mean, it's pretty simple. And they're trying to stop you any way necessary. But what you didn't know, you already have an account And you must have an account somewhere, and they stole money from you, or they took, I don't know what it's talking about, but it'll tell it in a minute, if that makes sense. Let's keep going. Spirit, quit flipping it in the floor. Spirit, keep flipping them all in the floor now. Mad, see that? Mad. People needs to take their anger out on the person or the people that was actually doing you harm, not the person that tries to help you in your life. So somebody is mad because maybe you have a person that helps you in your life and somebody's mad about that. I don't know. But a whole crop, a whole circle. There's a whole circle of people that's mad at you. A whole circle of people is mad at you because something about, but I guess because you figured out they stole money that was rightfully yours and they put it in an offshore bank account. That's jail time, big time. Whoever did that, okay? That's jail time, so they'll be real mad when their ass is sitting in jail, it said. Yeah, and some man is stuck on you like dog hair to a t-shirt. He's heartbroken and discontent since you ain't no longer around. So now there's somebody out here that, oh happy day, I guess their heart flutters whenever you're around and somebody's mad. That I believe your heart's fluttering because you're mad. You're mad that my spirit team will show me exactly what you're all trying to do behind chosen ones' backs. That's why I'm needed in the spiritual community. Everyone knows it, okay? Yeah, they know it. They know it. Let's keep going. What spirit? What are you talking about? What spirit? So they some monkey that's been hearing you, everything, and they've been speaking evil over your life, and they're mad as hell. And they need to take their anger out on the person that made them mad. Okay? But they hate you for it. You didn't even do nothing to them. I'm not mad at nobody. So don't you be getting mad at me. Okay? I just try to help people, but there's an illegal investigation that's taking place right now, and some shady individual is being investigated by the law enforcement or a prominent businessman or woman. So look, there's some sad-ass clown that's mad because now they are being investigated. Somebody might have started a business from stealing money from you or somebody that you know. Somebody might have left you some money and they stole that. But it's a whole circle of people mad and pissed off. Catchphrase, you can do it. You can keep being mad, but it's going to give them a heart attack one day, their madness. Because you didn't do nothing to them. It was somebody that was a third party in your life, or somebody wanting to be a third party in your life. So somebody's been illegally investigating you. It's a whole crop of people, a whole circle of people, it said. And they're mad that you can hear them speaking evil over your life, and they're mad because you know that they have no right investigating your life when you never done nothing to this person. But whoever this sad-ass clown is, they're being investigated for something they done to you. I'm telling you. I don't know if you know that there's another woman or man involved, but I tell you right now, that other man or woman that they got involved in your business, that demon, man or woman, whoever you're in a relationship with, they're both going down, if that makes sense. You don't have to be in a relationship with them. But I don't know what it's talking about. So let's keep going. I know that God has my back, the higher power, the angels. So that's how I look at it. Plank, look. Plank. I made that card. Ain't another human ever made that in the spiritual community. Look, plank. So somebody was wanting to have you planted in the earth. Look at that. That's a dead man. That's why he's blue. And see Aquarius water right above his head. And then plant it with an earth blanket. See that? See that? So what it's saying is, someone was planted in your energy to spy on you. It might be a shady business individual or a law enforcement, that this third party who wanted to be, I guess it was somebody who wanted to be in a relationship with you. You might already be in a relationship, and they got somebody to illegally investigate you, and now they know, now they're worried about this. Well, if you wish that on a chosen one, it always comes back to you and your family. I don't wish that on people. I don't wish that on people. So somebody is mad that you're highly gifted and you can pick up on everybody's stinky shit. And whoever this is somebody that you had a relationship with in the past. And now they're planted because, well, you'll have to rewind it and just listen to what the reading was saying. You can draw your own conclusion. Don't get mad at me. You can draw your own conclusion from what the cards said. You can use your intuition by what my cards threw out. But they keep sending countless spiritual attacks to you. A skilled healer's practice. Look, you just told. So look, your twin ray, somebody left somebody some money, and it's in an offshore bank account. Somebody's twin ray left you some money, and they've been sending spiritual attacks to you after attacks so you wouldn't find this out. But now you found it out through me. That somebody's got some money in an offshore bank account. And if somebody thinks that they're going to steal it when somebody's planted in the earth, that can't happen. Because you have to be there to sign these papers, so that don't make no sense. If somebody left you money, the person that was left that money has to be there to sign for it at the bank account or whatever it is. I mean, monkeys see monkey do. When they go in there and steal, their ass is going to jail. That's what the law is. That's the law of the land. That's the law of everything. Now, you know thyself. Look, you know exactly who you are. You know that you come up with catchy phrases, and you also know that you can connect to past over loved ones. And that's why you're needed. That's why your skills is needed. Don't stop. Don't give up. Spirit team, we thank you and we appreciate you for every gift that you've given us. And look, old time Gwenny went, so look. So maybe there is an older grandmother around that's mad at you. And look, I'm not a witch. Anybody that says I am, they're crazy. I am a star seed. I'm a star seed Aquarius that knows who I am. And the 3 crosses that none of us knows which one Jesus was hung on, none of us know. And if you know anything about that, in Patrick County, Virginia, there's these stones in the earth, and they got these 3 different crosses. One's an X, one's that one. I didn't make the other one on this. But if you go look it up, then you might realize that some of these people need to realize that America must be pretty important, because that's the only place on earth you can find that shit. Ain't that weird? Ain't that weird? It's weird. So there's some grandmother that's witchy, like they're a word witch. Like they say, I hate you, I wish I was mad on you. That's a word witch. Every human, every person walking is a word witch, whether they believe it or not. If you got a mouth, if you have a mouth, whatever your mouth says, that's what word witches do, okay? That's what word witches, they hate everybody. Nobody, they hate everybody. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. But whoever you are, you know yourself. And because I do tarot, they say I'm a witch. That's fine. That don't bother me. That don't make me bad. That don't bother me. Because I'm balanced in my light and my dark. I don't hide shit from people. That's what devils do. But look, somebody wants to give you a giant teddy bear hug. It might be somebody's grandmother out here that loves you. But who I think somebody wishes they could give you a giant teddy bear hug, and somebody's mad about it. Who cares? We can't help it, can we, collective? See what it says? Oh, look. You're a mighty warrior, and your soul is old, and it has fought many battles over a twin flame. So look, some of you all have you're a twin. You have a twin flame, and you're the twin ray. Twin ray, that's star seeds. That belongs to Aquarius. Okay. Twin flames, red. Twin ray, blue. Aquarius. Twin flame, red. Aries. When you mix it together, you get purplish, don't you? I think. I don't know. But now somebody knows that you've had to fight a lot of battles in your life. You and your twin soul. And, twin flames, you'll have similar vehicles. You'll have similar birth dates. You'll have similar lives. Like one of you had problems with your mother, and one of you had problems with your father growing up. I mean, twins, they're similar like that, okay? You have a lot of similarities. So the illegal investigation from the shady individuals, it's because somebody made you have illegally investigating twin flames out here. And they think it's funny. Well, it's funny because God has been watching them. Look. And your path is clear, and you're going to see a miracle on this path. You're about to see a miracle unfold on this path. You are. All sorts of miracles you're going to see. And you're going to see that some clown ass has had a third party coming in your energy. And it's somebody older than you that they lay down and hug with. That's what it said. You're going to find that out. You're going to find it out. That's for one of you or two of you. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Your spirit guides warned you of some older lady in your house while you was at work. And you know exactly that your spirit team knows this. So that's what it just said. Your spirit guides warned you of an older lady in your house that come in your house. So there was some older woman that come in your house, and they tried to put a spell on something you're creating. And all that did is put that spell to come back on them and their family. It will. So you don't have nothing to worry about twin flames, twin rays. You don't have jack turd shit to worry about, okay? Look, plain it. Look, oh, fly from the inside. Look, you're a free soul. Look. So look. They're mad because you are a free soul, and they don't know what that means. They don't know what that means, but somebody's spirit is warning you that they're going to get sprayed by a skunk. They're going to get sprayed by a skunk. See that big blood moon? And blood moons is when you look in the sky and them moons look red. That's how you know it's a blood moon, okay? But now sometimes you'll look in the sky, and if there's an eclipse at night, then the moon will look like that. But see, we just had an eclipse in the of the moon, but we didn't see it in America. I didn't see it. If you all live in America and you've seen it, you can let me know. But I think that you had to live outside of the U.S. to see that. Okay, so you're going to see that you have been living with somebody, and you've had to. They're very guarded. And they like trying to start arguments and fights because they know that they brought some older woman in your house to put spells on something you're doing. And they must have been playing with them. I don't know. Or this older woman was doing it, and then their spouse found out. But somebody's worried about being planted in the earth, I guess. And it's somebody trying to betray you, or you felt like maybe they betrayed you, but if you don't know that they did, then don't put that in your head. That would be crazy. Don't put that in your head if you don't. If you don't know for a fact that somebody's doing it to you, don't do that. God wants you to have sense and not do that, okay? Look, but now look, you have to cut certain people, places, and things off. So look, you've done freed your soul. You flew from the inside. That means you cut out everything in your insides and you spoke of it. And now you're ascending and they're mad that they ain't, I guess. You know yourself. You are aware of this, that you are a free soul and nobody can trap you. The government or nobody, they know they can't. Okay? They know they can't. Alright? So I think that you're going to have to cut off somebody out here that, look, and then it said marriage. Look, somebody's mad as hell. There's some old grandmother witch around that is so mad, and they're watching everything that you do. They're trying to get into your business and make you mad, and you was the only person that was ever there to help this grandmother. And they was trying to get, if this is a mother to the son, they're trying to get their son to divorce you, or their daughter to divorce that man, whichever it is. You know, and that's your decision. The people you need to cut off. It ain't nobody else's damn decision. That's your decision. Your marriage is your decisions to make. It ain't nobody else's. So let them get mad. Don't let it bother you. I don't collect it. Don't let shit bother you. Park play area. So look, somebody is struck on you. And they wish that you would cut your marriage partner off and come to them, it said, okay? And I mean, if you find out somebody has been taking money away from you and putting it in that bank account, an offshore bank account, then you might damn cut their ass off, I guess. I guess you'll find out soon enough whatever they're doing. You'll find out soon enough. But focus on the journey, not the destination. You keep focusing on your journey. Okay? So you have a journey to uphold. And it might be with your twin flame. And your spirit team said stay focused on that, not the destination of where you're going or blah, blah, blah. Focus on your day. That's really all it's saying. Just focus on your day. Everything will come together as it's meant to. And someone has been in a hypnotic trance. You're going to see plenty miracles on this new road, where this third-party clown cannot tire you down anymore with whoever that grandmother witch is that's been, I don't know what in the hell they're doing, but they've been spying and telling all this shit to somebody. They're goofy. They're in a hypnotic trance at what you do, because you're so beautiful that there's lots of people who want to be like you. See? So look, this older woman has been warning their son or their daughter that you ain't focused on them, that you're focused on your twin flame. And you know what? Twin flames and twin rays don't have to come together. So whatever they're thinking, they don't really know. It's really about growing up and healing your body. And if God knows that you're meant to be with this person, then God will make sure that you all end up together. It ain't none of them that's wishing evil on you can stop. And that's the gist of the story. They ain't going to be able to stop nothing. And if some of you have to cut off a marriage, then that's just what you're going to have to do. Okay? That's just what you'll have to do. I mean, but somebody makes you feel like a kid still. So somebody makes you happy, like it, and they love your playful energy. It must be your twin. And look, they get guidance. They know that you are here to guide other people to see the facts. And some of you all have to cut off your mothers and fathers for what they do. Okay? And, you know, it's pure pandemonium in the world. Lunatics and psychos has been running and pulling the strings for a long time. And that ain't going to happen anymore. While you got poor and they got richer. So look, somebody was trying to make you poorer while they got richer. It's a whole circle of individuals, and that whole circle didn't realize that every riches they gained by ever how they did, that God will bring it to light, and then they'll have to go down for it. So don't worry about nothing. God's going to take care of all this. You're gaining clarity about all the shady-ass dealings that was going on behind your back. So there's some shady-ass individual out here that's mad as hell. They're mad as hell because you're not speaking evil about them and their marriage. They was wanting you to. That's cuckoo. Somebody was taking money that was rightfully yours. You're gaining clarity. It might have been your mother figure, whoever you are. Now look, some group of people, there's a group of people that targeted you, and they send people to follow you around. So look, you're gaining clarity. You was targeted. There was an illegal investigation put on you by some elder in the community that has short hair and wears glasses. And the whole time, they was trying to bring you down. That don't have to be somebody in your family. It can be anybody. There's plenty of elder women out here with glasses. So don't get your panties in a bunch in a wad if you don't do that, okay? But whoever was targeting you in your business, now there's a law enforcement targeting them individuals. There's a law enforcement targeting their ass for every dealings that they did behind your back. And this sad-ass clown knows that you have a good man that loves your loving mother energy. So this clown is mad that you're a good mom and you have that good loving energy, and they're like a reptile, snake, man or woman. Look. So some reptilian out here has been trying to betray you. Snake, man or woman, reptilian that tried to betray you. They're a clown, and their clown eyes didn't know that. Look, me, Pamela, I'm here to let people, warn people when deaths happen. I don't see one today. One ain't happening today. My collective knows my eye is for that. Not every woman has that. Not every man has that gift of knowing it, and I have it. I have it. If you would only hear today that reading that I had, and then I knew somebody was going to pass. And they passed that day that I had that reading, but I didn't put it out. But I know, and I know about fireworks too. Yeah, look. Pew, 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 pew. So look. You're gaining clarity that some older grandmother witch woman put a law enforcement to spy on you ever since something happened around the 4th of July. Well, thanks. So the law knows that was shady, that you was just jealous because I was doing a practice and you didn't like how it said stuff. My eye sees death. You cannot put me in jail for that. That you can't. The law knows that. The law knows that you was too focused on my journey and not your journey. That's all it means. Okay? So, look. So, 4th of July, somebody got richer and you got poorer. And you was meant to receive some money. But maybe you only get that money if you cut ties with somebody you're in a marriage with. If that makes sense, I don't know, but that's all I know. So that's all I know. And maybe you cut ties with ever feeling anything because something happened with somebody. And cornucopia, look, fruitful and coming to fruition. Everything is going to come to fruition for you. Because you have a twin ray, you have a twin flame or a twin ray that is in another realm, and they're bringing all this as above, so below. And I thank you for that. And they know they can't buy. It says you can't buy my love. You have to earn my love and learn to respect a person that brings pure, good love. So there is somebody that respects you for the good, pure love that you've always brought. And they know that their ass, that the reason this mother is so mad and upset is because they're mad at their marriage partner, and they was trying to take out all that on you. I don't know. I'm not mad at nobody. So somebody needs to be respectful and be honest with you, and if they don't, then Spirit will bring them down. Why do you think that plaint come out? Spirit said if they keep it up, that's going to happen to them. Look, a new person loves. So look, maybe there's somebody new that wants to be in a relationship with you, whoever you are, if this is making sense. Believe you can. You're halfway there. Look. It might be saying this grandmother was wanting to cut off being married to somebody because they had a new person that they was in love with. And but that person's been stealing money away from that elder. That elder lost a shit ton of money. And that person was stealing money and putting it in an offshore bank account. That's why you don't mess around with people on the internet that you don't know nothing about. Grandmothers, you got to use your thinking cap. You got to use your thinking cap. Okay? And that's how I'm going to leave it. I'm going to get off here. And remember, a godly relationship brings clarity and balance, not chaos or pressure. True love is patient, kind, and not self-seeking. You trust God's timing, so trust God's timing. God's got the timing, and trust God's got everything. And this person's going to get caught red-handed for every trick and lie and deceit they was trying to do out here to a light worker is sad-ass clowns. They're going to get it. But I appreciate y'all, and I'm going to get off here. Have a wonderful day, okay, Collective? I got stuff to do. I'm going to get off here. All right, peace. Appreciate y'all. Peace. Appreciate y'all. Have a good day, okay? Have a good day, okay? Have a good day, okay? How the hell do you? All right, okay.